What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about how you can create a dominant offense, the best X factors, the best abilities, regardless of how you play. I want everyone to know that as of today, November 20th, the Breakouts promo is completely done. All of the boosts are going to be removed, so make sure you apply the video accordingly. All right, we're going to be updating this video the same way we're going to be doing the updates for the defense. So if it's working for you, definitely subscribe, hype the video, follow the channel, and watch me live on Twitch at GmiasWorld. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the offense. Now, pretty much there's been a lot of things going on as far as what's actually happening with the game. You will notice that there was an update, right? They've changed everything already, so automatically right now with the Breakouts players, the reason that I'm showing it to you like this is so you understand everything is different now, all right? So if you thought that they were going to keep it, you know, where you get Pocket Deadeye for 0 for that long, they definitely fix it up real quick, all right? So now that it's gone, right, you're going to most likely, because it's like stuck, they don't give you the option like the other ones to remove it. It pretty much is a dead issue. They're probably going to update it for it to be, you know, pretty much be able to like take it off, like remove it from the ability section like they usually do. I don't know why they have it like that. To give you an example, right? Things like Conductor and stuff like that, you can go ahead, you know, refund it, you know, whatever, because before it was like 5 or something like that. It was a lot cheaper, and then they upped it. But I'm going to show you what they usually do. Right? They give you the option when it's baked on usually to just go ahead and remove it. For instance, with this one right here, you can just go ahead and you could remove the ability. You can't refund it because you don't get charged for it, but you can remove it. They haven't done that yet. They just wanted to make sure that everybody's abilities were taken off, that were discounted for the Breakouts. So you're going to notice that. So this video is going to apply to what the actual current abilities are and what the best ones are. We're going to start with the quarterback. Now, you can see that Pocket Deadeye is, you know, some people use it, some people don't. Pretty much what it does is exactly what it says there, all right? It's perfect throwing accuracy from the pocket, but it's not true. It doesn't work 100% of the time. A lot of the things that go on in this game definitely don't work 100% of the time. You have to understand that to be a better Madden 26 player, because it will in certain cases help you, but most of the time the abilities will not work the way that it's designed. And that's because of the way that EA Sports has actually, you know, put together Madden 26. It's one of the most inconsistent games that they've released over the last decade. Okay, so Pocket Deadeye, right? The reason that this card is going to be like a joke right now, and he probably is tanked in price, is because you can't currently take that off. One of the reasons that he is one of the top cards in the game is because of the fact that he does get that 99 throw power with the right boost, okay? The 99 throw power is a real deal, so that's the only reason that we were actually focused in on this card. So as far as the abilities go, right, I had Conductor when it was like discounted, now it went back up to 10. You know, is Conductor good? Yes, it's good, but it's not worth 10. I'm going to tell you right now, the best quarterbacks in the game have Gunslinger, and, you know, ultimately after Gunslinger, nothing else really, you know, matters as much unless you go with a quarterback like, you know, Lamar Jackson or the new RG3, where you're going to use speed over everything else, because although they said that they patched the juke, it still works. The QB juke still works behind the line of scrimmage. So if you have a fast quarterback, ability-wise, it's more of like a QB playmaker, so that you could quickly make your players move, you know, the L2 and analog, and they just start running around like maniacs, like the Roadrunner. That's still there, okay? But as far as quarterback goes, I don't believe that there's a more superior ability than Gunslinger right now. The Dashing Deadeye is good, because if you like to run around with those things, it's going to make sure that up to 40 yards, the pass is accurate. I think that this is a little bit off because I've seen dudes bomb the ball from like 80 yards, but it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to talk, like I said, we're talking about the best abilities, so, and the X factors. All right, now Master Tactician, this is all in one. I've seen very few people use it because it seems to be very stupid that you would use all of your AP on one thing. You know, it just doesn't make any sense, and it's not really, you know, crazy, but if you wanted to do this, this is something like, look, you're going to get the faster bonus hot route, so it's like, you know, you got the playmaker with Conductor all in one for 15. That's everything though, okay? I don't recommend it because what I'm going to go to next is going to be with the receivers and what actually helps them to catch the ball. So this is a very dangerous one. Although you get the Conductor and the quick playmaker and everything all in one, because of the other players' abilities. Plus, you're going to lose identifier, which is like that ability. I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to win you a lot of games. Identifier, I don't care who has it. You can put it on your lineman, you know, your QB. You have to have identifier if you're, it doesn't matter, like pro players, whatever. Everybody knows how important identifier is, because that can be the difference with a touch, you know, versus a touchdown and an interception and a pick six. You know, for instance, if you're throwing an RPO and you see the user defender on the side of the RPO, it's not really smart to still throw that RPO to that side. So you would keep the ball and go the other way. So identifier is like one of my best abilities. So although Master Tactician is very appealing, I would have recommended against it simply because you can't get anything else. But it is an OP ability. That's why they made it 15. Okay, Dashing Deadeye we went over. A lot of these other things like sideline Deadeye, inside Deadeye, it's up to you. Gift Wrapped is an absolute joke this year. Fearless, who cares, dude? You can throw the ball when a guy is on your back and it'll still be accurate. So let's just kick the facts. High Point Deadeye, have not seen anyone use it. I don't know if it works. I think it doesn't. I did at one point test it in practice mode and he was throwing the ball in the stands. So it says 20 yards. It's probably good for the red zone because they actually do high point it right over the defender, but I wouldn't waste time on that. So as far as quarterback goes, if your quarterback is able to get Gunslinger, I love Gunslinger. I think it's like, you know, really, really good. The ball gets out really quick. It's very, very efficient, especially on the run. You know, like I said, Master Tactician is pretty good, but it's everything. Conductor is essential, but it's 10. All of this because pro players cry. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like they're watching like one of those love stories with their girls. Like it's really, really crazy. So EA keeps updating it and it gets really, really nasty. All right. Over here with the X Factors, Gambit is pretty much Gunslinger once you activate it. So that's why you primarily use that. We don't need Bazooka because we're at a 99 throw power and it doesn't add any more. I'm really against Omaha. That shouldn't be in the game. This run and gun hasn't been good since Madden 22. So primarily Gambit. Dots doesn't work. You'll still overthrow the ball. We've tried that. Fearless you don't need. Protected is a joke. You know, if your quarterback isn't 99 throw power, you can go ahead and throw on Bazooka to make it work. You know, because they will add that extra 15 yards, but he's 99 throw power and he soars it. But again, I'm going to be raid selling him because the update to the AP. So that's not going to help me right now. All right, so you don't need to focus in on that. Gambit, if they don't get Gunslinger, once Gambit is activated, it's faster passes, which is pretty much Gunslinger. So those are all the primarily essential abilities for the quarterback. I'm going to start with Gunslinger. Conductor is good. Like I said, the bonus hot routes is good. QB playmaker, things like that are really OP. You know, if you wanted to run, you know, make your players do weird stuff and just speed burst out of nowhere, that's going to be very, very essential for you. Tank on the QB is going to prevent the fumble for most cases, but the real glitch is to just spam stiff arm and they won't be able to hit stick you at the quarterback position, usually, and you'll be able to get away with it. It's like an old school type of glitch with that. Really quickly, because like I said, this is going to be part 1 and we're going to update it. I just wanted to focus in a lot on the quarterback because that's the most important part of the field. Like that's your most important position. I'm going to just say this: matchup nightmare on any receiver that you want to catch the ball. Okay? We're going to talk about the other abilities in the next update. If you're enjoying this, I need you to like, share, and subscribe. Also, the identifier is essential, but it takes a lot of time to explain each part. So because we went over the quarterback, the next ones will be updated, and then you'll just be able to go back on the playlist and find the ones that you need. Please, if you've learned anything, Gunslinger, identifier, matchup nightmare. We'll dive more into more of the abilities that are essential as long as you keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a beautiful day. One love, y'all.